The first half is in the books, and Chicago Bulls find themselves up by 3 points, despite at one point having an 8-point lead against Orlando Magic. We're going to talk about it all and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, hosted by Haize, your number one spot for all things Chicago Bulls.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another halftime hangout. Chicago Bulls, Orlando Magic. The Bulls find themselves up by 3. They're shooting 52% from the field, 47% from three-point range. They're dominating the glass right now as well. The Bulls are just, listen, they've been in attack mode this entirety of this game. The Bulls have gotten to the free throw line 16 times already in this game as well. At one point, they had an 8-point lead in this game. Now, it hasn't been all the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls held the lead for 11 minutes and 15 seconds, while the Orlando Magic had the lead for 8 minutes and 55 seconds. There have been 16 lead changes already in this game. The game has been tied 8 times as well. And the Bulls, though, are playing with that heart, man. They are playing with that heart and determination that really has come to be one of the selling points of this Bulls team here over this latter half of the season. 22 points in the paint. We're getting outscored by that by 10. The Orlando Magic have 32 points in the paint. Bench points, we're winning that battle 20-19. Second chance points 12-15. So we're really close. Are leading in a lot of these areas. And this is a game where if the Bulls keep this up right now, it's difficult to keep up over 50% shooting, right? We'll see if the Bulls can do that. But if they can win this game. A 67% true shooting percentage right now, 63% effective field goal shooting percentage. So the Bulls it's not just luck. The Bulls are playing really, really good offense right now as well. So, and they're engaged defensively. I won't say that they're playing like lockdown defense or anything. My glasses definitely need to be cleaned off. But they're being very active defensively, which is helping them stay in this game against the Orlando Magic, man. So, this is a really, really solid game played by the Chicago Bulls so far. We got 5 players already in double digits in this game. 10 points from Kevin Huerter off the bench. You got 10 points from Josh Giddey, who's gotten to the free throw line 4 times. There's been something I really want to look at with Josh Giddey. He's not shooting the ball overall effectively. 3 for 7 from the field. Not terrible either. But Josh Giddey getting to the free throw line adds such another dynamic to this team. Keep in mind, he barely averages 2 free throws per game on the season. So him getting to the free throw line, almost double that already in the first half, is a really good sign for Josh Giddey and how he's going to stay in this game. 8 rebounds, 3 assists in this game from him, 1 steal. He's playing really well. Kobe White's leading the way with 16. He's 6 of 10 from the field. He was 4 of 4 for a long point in time there. He's scoring really effectively. You got 10 points from Trey Jones, who, surprisingly enough, Billy Donovan went with a 3-guard lineup again, despite us having Jalen Smith, Dalen Terry, and Julian Phillips all healthy. They could have played. One of those guys could have played that other forward position, but that's how Billy Donovan likes to get down. But Trey Jones is being really effective. I love Trey Jones's game, man. It's really unfortunate due to the gluttony of guards that we have here with the Chicago Bulls that Trey Jones is probably not going to return in the Bulls uniform, but how he's played since he's come here to Chicago, he's definitely earned another contract. Doesn't mean he's going to get one, but he's definitely earned one. 11 points from Amadis Busilis, who's 4 or 7 from the field, 2 or 3 from three-point range. Love to see that from him. Zach Collins not scoring at the rate that he has been since he's been in the starting lineup, but still playing effective defense. He's taken no shots today so far. He has 2 points, so not going to fault him for that. But it is what it is there, man. But overall, this team's playing pretty damn well. And I love the fact that they're still in this game, man. They are leading right now. The Orlando Magic went on a little bit of a run there towards the end because the Bulls did have an 8-point lead. The Magic went on an 8-4 run there. Wait, am I looking at that right? They went on a 19-14 run there from 5 minutes and 42 seconds left in this game. He had Paolo Banchero had 9 points in that run. Wendell Carter had 5 points in that run. So look out for that. The Orlando Magic are trying to get it together. But that 20-6 run that the Bulls went on to start off Basically, that second quarter is what created the best separation for him. Kobe White scored 6 points in that run as well. That was really good to see from him. He got himself in rhythm. Trey Jones scored 6 points in that run as well. So, the Bulls, they're fighting there with the Orlando Magic. And so, like I said before, that's really what this team has been really good at, is having that level of fight, man. Gotta love them for that, man. Let's see how you guys are feeling about the game. Game is blacked out for me because I'm by Tampa. How are we looking? We're looking solid, man. We're playing really solid basketball, man. Efficient game from us. We got to close out the second half, which is what plagued us against Cleveland. Yep, you gotta look out for the teams that make adjustments, right? And I said that in that Cleveland game at halftime there as well. The Cavs are going to make adjustments, especially offensively. Now, I will say this with the Orlando Magic: they aren't the best offensive team, right? Their calling card is defense. And with the Bulls scoring effectively as what they were, it's going to be really interesting to see what the Magic do different defensively in the second half of this game, because I think offensively they're pretty much just going to do them, right? Defensively, though, unlike the Cleveland Cavaliers, where you knew they were going to make some big offensive adjustments, the Orlando Magic adjusting defensively is going to be a big thing in this game. I would not be surprised if we see some cross matches there from them. If they do some creative things defensively, they may even put like Franz on Kobe White a little bit on some of those times, and we'll see what the future holds there. Once again, I appreciate White scoring, but Jesus, when you get a turnover, go to the damn basket, especially when it's a clear lane. I mean, bro, we've been drilling that all season. I definitely feel you on that one. I had no faith from the Piston games, but we got really good role players from the Trey Jones, always scoring when he has a chance. Listen, I tell y'all what, Trey Jones, man, I would love for Trey Jones to be on this team next year, but the guys that are all ahead of him, like I said, unless there's a major trade, meaning that Kobe, Lonzo, Javonte Green, one of those guys are gone off the roster, I just don't see a world in which Trey Jones comes back, unfortunately. When Batanze was guarding Modest, they should have ran an ISO for him. Dude can't move his feet. Yeah, but again, that would mean Billy Donovan actually coaching towards one of his rookie strengths, and that's just not necessarily what he does. He doesn't call plays for rookies. What the fuck happened to Orlando? They were so damn good at the beginning of the season. I know that they had some injuries, but damn, this is a bad drop-off. Well, keep in mind, they were fourth in the league without Franz and without Paolo, right? So it's the Orlando Magic season so crazy because, when Paolo went down early in the season, which I think was against a game after us, right? When he went down early in the season, I was like, hey, if they can just stay, avoid the play-in, they're good. Then Franz went down. I was like, all right, it's going to be difficult for them. They probably don't want to drop lower than about 6th or 7th. And for respect to the team, they stayed. I think they were 4th, maybe 5th in the Eastern Conference when Paolo came back from injury. And it's like they've gone worse since then. They've fallen down to the play-in area. Like, it's really crazy to see the fall off from Orlando, despite them getting healthier. Now, I know they lost other players. Mo's out for the season. Suggs is going to miss some time, but it's like, you just would think that the defense that they play, the brand of defense that the Orlando Magic play, that they wouldn't have fallen this far. But, it is what it is, man. Enjoying Giddey's cover defense. Listen, I'm telling y'all, man, Giddey, he's fixing a lot of the problems with his game. We need Trey Jones back. He's really fast on his feet, especially when playing defense too. Yeah, but the thing is, though, bro, is that if you got to think about it this way, right? If you bring back Giddey, Kobe, Lonzo, and Io, right? It's not really going to be a lot of minutes for Trey Jones. That's not even counting Kevin Huerter, right? It's just difficult. Now, Javon Carter isn't going to be in the rotation really anyway if everybody's healthy, but like, I love Trey Jones's game. I just want to be clear there. I just don't know if there's going to be a spot for him. Kobe White is terrible with the ball when time is running out. Can someone else do it? Man, hey, fresh fit. Can I get this in Australia? Haha, that's funny. So this came from Michelin Ness. So I don't know if they shipped to Australia, but that's where I got it from. What happened to the Orlando Magic? I know they had big key injuries, but they were still solid despite injuries early in the season. Then they collapsed with some players. Yeah, I mean, that's the weirdest thing about it. They collapsed after their players returned, right? Giddey plays so awkward and smooth at the same time. They don't know how to stop his drives. Hey, if that's what's going to work for him, let that work for him. One thing we got to do when we play that 2-3 zone, stop leaving KCP open every time. I see him wide open. I'm like, yep, that's a 3 ball. I mean, but to the Bulls' credit, right? You're gonna have to leave somebody open. And especially in that zone. But you know, I'm happy that the Bulls are playing more zone, right? We haven't really seen that a lot from the Chicago Bulls. Like, as much as I criticize Billy Donovan, that is something that has been different since the All-Star break. A lot more zone. So, do you agree that the Bulls need to fight for the playing spot, or does it matter? They're not gonna. I mean, no. They just play hard. Like, they're gonna play hard. I want to see them compete. I don't want to see a team that just completely packs it in. But there's no way they're gonna lose more than the teams below them. So they're gonna be in that 10th playing spot regardless. Bro, Herter plays so smooth now compared to the first couple of games with us. He's our Dunleavy with defense and ball handling. I won't say that Kevin Herter's playing defense. This is the way that I've always described Kevin Herter. He's a system player. And I don't mean that as a negative, right? If you have the right system and the right role for him, he's going to do a little bit of everything for you. And then he has that really good skill of shooting on top of that. So, did I say Javonte Green? Javon Carter. Jesus Christ. Javon Carter, my bad, y'all. Hi, everybody. This is Archangel on a borrowed phone without permission. That's hilarious. Give your husband his phone back. We've been playing with a lot of heart, like a lot of heart. Absolutely a lot of heart. A lot of heart. Gonna leave a longer voicemail about this, but I'm in on Giddy. He's not a centerpiece, but at 22 is definitely part of the team's future. Completely agree with you, Todd. Especially with where the Bulls are right now. Giddy is the type of player that you want to invest in. You don't let a player like that go. So, more defense in Dunleavy. Oh, that's fair. That's definitely fair. Haize, the hat is fire, but is missing some clock and some snakeskin brim to it. What the fuck? How do you dress? Nigga, what? Trey Jones just fits this team so perfect, so efficient too. I mean, Trey Jones is the type of player, honestly, that like as a point guard, right? And he can score. Like, Trey Jones, I don't know a system that Trey Jones can't fit in, to be 100% honest with you. Like if I'm the Minnesota Timberwolves, I am knocking at Trey Jones in free agency. I am knocking down the door to try to get Trey Jones next to Anthony Edwards. So, you know, it is what it is there, man. When we make the play-in, we probably only have to beat Orlando and Atlanta. I reckon we could make the play. Listen, now that would piss me off because there's no point in making the playoffs at this point and missing out on your lottery pick. Like, you won't get a lottery pick in that case. Like, that would be crazy. That's crazy. Magic going to slow them down at all the second half? I think they probably will. Orlando Magic are really good, especially with calling defensive adjustments. I would not be surprised to see the Orlando Magic come out in the second half with some major defensive adjustments. Would not be surprised at that at all. So look out for that one. You talking about the 150 hats? That's crazy. I mean, turn that into a $150 hat. I got you. If the Bulls get the number 1 pick, will you eat an entire jar of Vegemite on stream? No. What the fuck? What's wrong with you? Bulls can win the East. Listen, you got a better chance at bagging Rihanna than the Bulls winning the East. But all right, y'all, I'm going to get ready to wrap it up. I'll be back post-game show. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys are following us at Bull Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you guys want to leave a text message and our voicemail, 773-270-2799. We're the number 1 spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I see you guys post-game show. Peace.